Hi, Dr. Soumya here. Today I want to discuss with you a very interesting topic. Now, before I hop into that, I want you to answer one question. Are all microorganisms harmful to us? No, they're not. So, what are these beneficial bacteria called as? These are nothing other than our gut microbiomes or probiotics that we consume in our diet. Now, some of the most commonest ones that you would have heard will be lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. What kind of foods contain these probiotics? The most common Indian ones would be curd, yogurt, fermented foods like idlis, dosas, and some other ones are like kimchi, tampa, sauerkraut, things like that. They have some very beneficial bacterias. They actually colonize, that is, they live in our small and large intestines. They have this capacity to bring about changes in our body that are very beneficial for us. So, how exactly do probiotics help us? Now, you might have heard about the benefits of probiotics when people say they consume buttermilk and curd with sugar when they have gastritis or reflux. Yes, we all have heard of that. What you might have not heard about would be it controls the serum cholesterol or the blood cholesterol. Yes, probiotics can do that. How do they do that? There are two mechanisms by which probiotics can prevent or control the serum cholesterol. One is they actually stop the absorption of the cholesterol from the intestines directly. Now, the second mechanism is when there are enzymes that help in our absorption of the cholesterol and produce cholesterol in our body. There is an internal production of cholesterol in our body which is called as endogenous cholesterol production. Now, probiotics actually prevent the endogenous production of cholesterol. Now, the second mechanism of glucose homeostasis is achieved through something called as GLP-1 and peptide YY receptors. I know it's too technical, but these are nothing other than peptides that are present in our body and are very essential for the regulation of glucose in our body. So, what exactly do probiotics do? They alter or they modulate these receptors GLP-1 and peptide YY so that there's a delayed emptying of the nutrients from the gut. So we have a sustained release of nutrients for a longer time to the tissues and keeps us fuller over a long period of time. Now, in my previous video, I spoke about fibers. Fibers are actually called as prebiotics. They are food for our probiotic bacteria. The probiotic bacteria, when we consume the fiber, will ferment them in our large intestine and small intestines, and they will convert it into something called as short chain fatty acids. These short chain fatty acids are called as butyrates or acetates. Now, you might have not heard about that, but you would have definitely heard about something called as ketone bodies. That is none other than butyrates and acetates. Now, these ketone bodies, as you know, are alternate sources of fuel when the glucose is not available through food. So, what the probiotics do is they provide these short chain fatty acids, that is butyrate and acetates, and as an alternate source of fuel to the tissues, and they regulate the insulin levels in the blood. And this causes a regulation of the fasting blood glucose as well. Now, if you're a health enthusiast like me, you'd have heard of something called as gut brain axis in the current clinical studies. Is there a connection between the gut and the brain? There definitely is. So, there are certain neurochemicals that are, or neurotransmitters that are released from these probiotic bacteria that are carried through neuronal pathways to the brain. So, the glucose mechanism and certain other metabolic activities are controlled by the gut bacteria by giving the signals to the brain. This is called as gut brain axis. Probiotics have many, many, many undeniable benefits. And what's more, they're present in tasty foods like yogurt, tampa, kimchi, sauerkraut, and many other things. So, to reap these benefits of serum cholesterol control and glucose metabolism, hunger control, and also the main one is the gut brain axis. So, the metabolic pathways that are controlled by these probiotics can cause a lot of beneficial effects on our body. Don't forget about probiotics in your daily foods. Thank you.